If you have neck problems, then I have something for you. But also if you don't have anything with your neck at the moment, it makes sense to take care of it because you don't want to end up with problems later. So I would recommend to everyone to do this, what I'm showing you from time to time and in the beginning more, so to learn the movements and really freeing your neck, and then you can do maintenance work. And that means maybe doing it once a week. But in the beginning it makes sense to revisit it often. What I will show you is 9 different movements, and we will do each of it 1 minute. So it will be a follow along of 9 minutes. It's all relatively soft work, and we are also doing strengthening work for the neck, but this one is more softening work. And for most people that would be the first thing that they should do before going to strengthening. First start with mobilizing and softening. All right, let's go. The first motion I'm doing is extension and flexion here, and there are different ways of doing it. So I can work very dominantly from the top here without adding extra movement, and that's nice. But have a look, I can also do it adding the lower part of the cervical spine, and that's equally good. It's not that one movement is better than the other, but I would like you to being able to do both. Yeah, with moving the lower part of the cervical spine and without focusing on the top here. And you can change in between to figure out the difference between the two. With all of this, I'm trying not to move the chest. The chest stays stable. The next thing that I'm doing is going side to side, side flexion. And here I'm also trying not to move in the shoulders. I want to really put the work up here and don't do any compensatory movements, just up there. And I can also bring more the lower part in it, like this. And you will also feel it lower running into the scapula. Or I stay up here. And again, both is equally good. What is important is that you have very deliberate movement. You are very focused about what you're doing. And I'm recommending to you to use a mirror when you're doing this. So once you understood the sequence, after watching this video a few times, use a mirror and then later do it without a mirror. The next thing is that I'm rotating. And also here, no movements in the shoulder. Just rotate from one side to the other side. Look how far can you go without rotating here. Boom. It's like a little stretch in the end. And I don't tilt the head or anything like this. It's a very clear movement that I want to do. Boom. Next thing is that I'm going diagonal. So have a look, you can go sideways and then forward and then to the other side back. Yeah, diagonal forward, and I feel it here, and diagonal back. I feel more over there. If you feel it at a different spot than me, that doesn't matter, like that's okay, as long as you're doing the same movement like I'm doing. Again, not moving in the shoulders, because that will also allow you to have a nice stretch here and a nice pull instead of always moving it with. I want to have the work up here happening. And the other side. What really helps is first to go sideways and then back to get a feeling for where should you go. Because what I don't do is rotation. You see, I don't put the nose like this, the nose is like this. It's a small detail, but I want people to work accurately here because it's a lot also about coordination. Because if you can coordinate your joints well, that's already half of the rent, like we like to say in German. So always deliberate work. It's unfancy, but if you do this, and if you do this properly, you will have a good time in your life because your neck will feel great. All right, now I'm moving forwards and backwards with my neck. Have a look. I'm moving my neck forwards and backwards, like that. Boom. And can you move it really back? Oof. Really forward. And you see, it's like gliding. It's gliding on a line. Boom. And I tell you, all the people that need to work with the head forward, and many people need to do that. Yeah, they work on something that is lower than their head and they need to look down for many hours a day. They like all this neck work that we have. This work, the strengthening work, is so helpful for them. Forward and backwards. No movement in the chest, yeah? Nice, have the nice stretch here. And now this is a difficult move. Here we go side to side. I raise the shoulders on purpose because it makes it a little bit more easy. Don't rotate, don't tilt. Can you just glide sideways? Yeah? It's like in a Bollywood movie. When they dance. My Russian teacher in school also used to do this move to show us that she's not just a boring teacher, but she also has some cool neck moves. So that was my first introduction to that move. And from there, I continued to practice. This is very good to do with a mirror, but you can also use your fingers to help you get a feeling, because I want to touch with this finger and this finger here at the same time. Not like that, but at the same time touching. Boom, boom. This will take time to practice for many. Next one is a rotation, like this. For reasons that are unclear for me, some people think this is a dangerous move. You have to understand the dosage makes the poison, and what is the most dangerous is not to move. See, if you do it in this controlled way, that won't be dangerous. You don't need to be afraid to move your neck. Sideways, back, sideways, front. And you can also bring it more to the top part, so less movement down here. And we change direction. Or you do also the lower part. And again, you can change between the two. I do a slow speed. Later you can do these things also quicker, and it can be very nice to soften, but I would always advise to start slow. Speed can come later. I'm not moving the chest, but I'm letting the head, the movement of the head, pull on the tissue of my chest and the upper back, thus creating a very nice effect. All right, very nice. So many people have neck problems because, yeah, they look forward, they do things forward at the computer also, they sit like this and the neck is like that. So one thing is to work on the neck. A second thing is to work on the chest, on the shoulder blades, on the shoulder, so on all of this. But that's for another video. I recommend to you in the beginning, as I said, do this very regularly and then do at least once a week some work for your neck. And if you keep that up, then your life will be different, I assure you. All right,